Now, who the hell talks like this? You lose a by-election by just under 5,000 votes instead of the previous one, which you lost by 19,000. And you tell the media that if there were a similar rise in Labour's share of the vote at a general election, a very large number of Conservative MPs would be losing their seats. And we're on a path back to government. Those are the words of Labour's Daniel Francis regarding the Old Bexley and Sidcup by-election, which they lost. Never has losing sounded so good. Don't you mean that you are on the back foot and heading out of the back door of government? And if you carry on like this, you might never get back in power. Even after the many gaffes by Bojo and his gang. Remember Peppa Pig?
Yesterday I went, as we all must, to Peppa Pig World. I don't know if you've been to Peppa Pig World. Hands up anyone who's been to Peppa Pig World? Not enough.
The allegations of sleaze and now an unconfirmed rumour which has been bubbling for a while that rules were broken last year for a Christmas party. The Labour Party still lost. Yet they appear to be celebrating a slimmer margin of loss than previously. When you factor in turnout, which was the lowest it's been for some time, at 30%, which says something about the state of trust that we, the public, have in these people, it still wouldn't have made any difference. Louis French, the Tory candidate who won the election with a 51.4% share of the vote, compared with the Labour's 30.8%, said this. This idea that Labour have made some surge ahead is really for the birds. They've actually got about the same vote share as they secured under Jeremy Corbyn in 2017. Keir Starmer couldn't even be bothered to turn up to the by-election. So I'm not really terribly worried about Labour. So how can Labour even consider this any sort of victory? Interestingly, the Liberal Democrats came last with 2.5% share of the vote. They were beaten by Richard Tice's Reform UK party, who came third with a 6.6% share. Now, the by-election took place because of the death of the former MP James Brokenshire and is the first of a series of by-election tests for the Conservatives following a drop in their performance in the national polls. Now, everybody knows that most by-elections are more personality than party motivated. People vote for the people they like. The late Sir David Amess. He was testament to that, having held his seat in Southend West for more than 2 decades. So when a new candidate steps in to fill a sudden void, a candidate that very few people know of, you bet your bottom dollar he'll get fewer votes. It's hardly a victory for the Labour Party. They lost again. Now, I am sick to my back teeth of them trying to jump on the back of any of the so-called Tory sleaze. I want to know, what will they do to curb the cost of living? What are their plans for social care? Frankly, what are their policies?